broadcasting from Miami. Tonight we have the pleasure of having Dr. Luis Ordonez, a neurosurgical resident from Mexico City. And we're joined with Eric Rylander, the head of Ortho Now TV, one of the heads of Ortho Now TV. Luis is a very unusual neurosurgical resident. He's one of the few in the world that are also triathletes, which is quite a feat to do. And we're gonna talk about how Luis incorporates that into his medical training. So, okay, what we'll do is we'll let Luis talk and we'll ask questions basically about his background. So, good evening, Luis.
Good evening, John.
Yeah, it's good to have you again. We've done a few hangouts before. Let's start, Luis, with kind of going over when you first started exercising a lot. It could have been when you were a kid or whatever, and then lead up to your residency, how you're incorporating it into your residency at Mexico City.
Okay. Well, I began on swimming when I was 5 years old. And at first it was like a kind of a hobby. For a couple of years I just learned how to swim, and then after I began to swim in a more serious way. You know, I began to go to meetings, local meetings, then state meetings, regional meetings, some national meetings, and then I had the opportunity to of being at some international meetings at the U.S. With the Mexican national team, just as an invite swimmer. So all of my life I've been involved in sports, and as soon as I began medical school, I tried to keep with my exercise, but it was kind of difficult. So I just keep on shape, you know, having some playing other sports, having some fun. And after I began my residence, I came here to Mexico City, and I just saw that exercise was a very important part of my life. And as soon as shifts and all the work could let me have a little space in my schedule, so I just began to train again. At first, I was just like I began swimming again, just as part of like a health plan, and just a couple months after, well, somebody told me about triathlon, and well, I just I needed some like something to be something more complete than just swimming, you know. So I said, well, why not? So I bought my bike, I began training and running, and well, I like it a lot. I just have 3 years involved in triathlon, and I had the experience of making out some sprint, Olympic, and just a couple of months ago, my first 73 Ironman at Cozumel. So it's a very nice kind of living, you know. It's like the balance that I needed in my life, in my professional role, and well, I'm kind of happy, you know. I think that I don't need any more.
Well, that's great. You know, we just had Larry Cresswell. He's a cardiothoracic surgeon. I'll send you his hangout. And he's like you. You know, he's super busy, and like you, probably super organized, right? You got to be really organized.
Yeah, it's you know, for example, here at Mexico City, it's a very big and tough city. So I gotta wake up very early in the morning. I gotta be at my hospital when I'm training. I gotta be there soon, 7 a.m. Then I begin my activities. Some days I have outpatient consultation. Other days I have surgery scheduled. Other days I'm on endovascular neurosurgery. So it keeps me very busy during the morning part of noon. Then I have some patients at outpatient consultation during the noon, and then as soon as I finish all of my duties, I come home and I prepare my workout session.
So do you train before you go to the hospital in the morning too, or just after the work?
No, I do it after because I gotta wake up 5 a.m. in the morning to be ready and being at the hospital 7 a.m. So
Okay.
I try at first at the beginning I try to wake up 4 in the morning, but it's a very tough schedule. So
Right.
I just prefer to move in my workout sessions until the evening.
Okay. And I don't know if Eric will understand this, but when you were, how many hours of sleep do you get? Can you survive on and feel decent? I'm not talking about the call nights. I'm talking about like when you're home. How
Yeah.
many hours do you need to get to feel
I,
comfortable?
Well, I'm used to with an average of 4 or 5 hours. I can
You can
charge
function
my yeah, I can, like, as we say here in Mexico, I can charge my battery up to 100%.
well? Oh, that's good.
Impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, and batteries. Everyone knows about batteries now that iPhones and smartphones are around.
Sure. Yeah.
Would you go ahead? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's just a matter of well, residents with shifts is very tired. So some days you have you don't sleep any time, and then other days you can have a little rest time,
Okay.
So for example, this year my shifts are like easier, I can handle things at the hospital by phone, and or I can go just if there's something any other resident cannot perform. So that gave me a lot of uh, opportunity to have a little more time to spend here at home and have a little more time for me. Because 1 year ago I was like, I had shift. For example, I used the weekends. I used to try to long sessions. Saturday for brick sessions, running and biking, and for example, Sundays for long rides in the bike. So some days, for example, one Friday on shift, all day long, all night long during surgery, and then at 7 a.m. going up from hospital and taking the bike and going like 80, 100 kilometers, in session. So that pattern of life gave me some tired. I told you about some of I had some health problems because of chronic fatigue syndrome because of this way of living. Very tired.
Okay.
So I had to handle a little more my schedule and take it a little more easy in an easy way.
Right. Typically, a neurosurgical resident schedule gets better, as you said, as you go on. Right.
Yeah,
Like next year, you'll probably have even more time to train.
sure.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, for example, next year I'll be out of my hospital and I have to make some out hospital rotations. Even though I can have the opportunity to go to a foreign country to perform some training on this field, so it can give me a little more time for me and for schedule better sessions.
So you just did Cozumel, right? A couple of months ago.
Yeah, on September.
Wow. That was. I've been to Cozumel. Have you been to Cozumel, Eric?
A long time ago, I was just
Yeah.
a teenager. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful spot. And you finished the whole triathlon, the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. It was kind of hard, because I made a well. The last year I couldn't have a very good preseason preparation, so I just did it in a soft way, 12-week plan, and but I have to admit I went a little tired to the triathlon, but my plans was just to finish it. You know, it's a very tough distance. Swimming, biking, and running that distance. It was for me my first time 7.3 mile Ironman. So it was like my first goal was to finish it.
Just to finish it.
And fortunately, I couldn't. I had a lot of problems during the running phase
Okay.
because I wasn't prepared. Mexico City is a very the weather here is like a forest. You know, it's fresh. It's a fresh climate.
Uh-huh.
So Cozumel is the opposite. You know, it's very hot.
Right.
A lot of humidity.
Right.
A lot of sun. So during the running phase, I was. I think I thought I was going to die because of the dehydration.
Right. So was it in downtown Cancun? Oh, it was Cozumel. I'm sorry. It was the island off of Cancun.
It's an island near Cancun.
Right.
It's about you gotta take a ferry from this place that is called Playa del Carmen,
Right.
and you just take it's like 40 minutes long in a ferry.
And the run was around the island. It's not a big island.
No, it's not a big island. You know, the biking, the bike phase. It was in a in a highway, the only highway around the island, and we had to. It's about 60 mile long, and then we have to perform a local circuit to complete the 90-mile long of the bike phase.
Okay. Yeah. And the swim was to the mainland and back, or where
Uh,
was
the
the
swim, the swimming is one of the better. I think is the best part of the Ironman because you begin next to an aquarium of dolphins and the water in Cozumel and Cancun. It's a very clear water, so you know it's the all the images, all the fishes, the dolphins you can see during the swimming phase. It's priceless.
Wow.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna screen share the island. Maybe you could point us out to what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And where the okay, here's the island, right? Where is the swim? Which part of? Can you see the screen? Okay, the map.
Yeah. Yes.
Where is the swim? Is it on the western side of the island, the eastern side, or?
It's about the you can you move out? It's
This?
about yeah. You know where it says San Miguel?
Yeah,
It's a little
that's the main town, right?
yeah. Okay, it's going through it to the bottom of the island,
Okay.
almost getting to almost getting to that corner.
To the tip
There's
there, right?
yeah. There's a part that's I don't remember the name. Where's
Okay.
the aquarium? So there's the swimming phase, and then the highway is around the island.
All the way around, did you go?
No, it's about from San Miguel all the way south. Then you go through to the north, yeah, and
Okay.
then like about the middle way, you
Okay.
go to the left to get into the little town.
Okay. Okay, and a lot of runners there, mostly Mexican, or where are they from?
Well, a lot of Mexican people, a lot of American people. There were many people from South America, Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia. Some people from Puerto Rico. Even though when you're during your bike phase, you see the little flag in the next to the number of the.
Oh, okay.
So you see the flag, and I see this guy from Slovakia. So it's well,
Wow.
people from all over the world.
Wow. And most of the guys kind of like you, they just kind of want to finish, and I'm really not. They're just happy to finish. Is that?
Yeah, yeah. But majority of people, amateur people like me, we just go to hang out and to finish this crazy distance.
Yeah.
Obviously there were other people that make pros. There were like it was they had like 20 slots for the World Championship. So other people, they have the experience and the level to acquire this slot. So I think it's a very personal way. The vast majority of people were going to just to finish the triathlon.
Well, is it the dream of every triathlete to go to Kona someday? Hawaii?
Yeah, of course.
That is a Granada, right? That's the dream of all the triathletes, is to someday go there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
That's the highest point. That's the most.
It's like heaven, It's like heaven for the triathlete. It's like going to the best place
the World Series, right?
Yeah,
like the World Cup of triathlon.
Of triathlon. Yeah, that's it. That's the World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, Eric, if we asked Larry if you've been to Kona. Did we ask Larry if you've been to Kona or not? I don't think I did.
Not sure. Yeah, I don't think so.
No, I'm not sure if he's been there, but it's the big leagues, and there are a couple of people I think that we're going to meet later on this week that have been to Kona. I think Amanda has been there. I think. I'm not sure, but if we get her on, we'll be able to ask her that. Now, have you been outside the country, Louis, to compete, or mostly Mexico?
No, competitions I just perform here in Mexico. Yeah, I think this year I'm trying to see this Ironman schedules, and I would like to make a little, at least one outside the country.
Okay, I guess they're like Eric was saying, it's getting very popular. They occur everywhere nowadays.
Yeah, it's a matter of I think it's the perfect sport to improve some places in a touristical fashion. For example, if you just gotta see the lists of any cities that are able to organize a triathlon, and there you can see that there are a lot of cities that can be open to the world.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting way of marketing. In order to improve that certain local town. An extra incoming during one week or one weekend during the year.
Is swimming your strong suit? One of the three events, would you say?
Yeah. From the three, I'm a better swimmer. Then I'm an average runner, and I'm a lazy biker.
Oh, is biking? Yeah, I don't know how you feel, Eric, but for me, I think swimming would be my toughest one. How about you? How about you, Eric? Swimming?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't stand to keep my head in the water too much. So I don't think I'd be very good at swimming. But biking, I think I could do. Running, I know I could do.
Okay.
I guess most of the triathletes, probably running is their strong suit, right? Most triathletes.
Yeah, the best triathletes are better runners. Triathlon is you win in the triathlon if you're a very good runner. You can be a bad swimmer, you can be an average biker, but running is the is the one that gives you the podium or the medals.
Why is that? Is that takes
Because
a lot?
it's a matter of the order of the order of the sports. You just you have to swim first, then
Okay.
you go to the bike, and then you finish running.
Okay.
And then because of the ability of the triathlete to have a balance in its body, and can finish or make a big run, because for example when you for example for Olympic triathlon, uh, running a 10K an, a high pace, it's very tough, but it's tougher if you do it after swimming 1.5 kilometers swimming and then 40K biking. So that's where runners are better. Triathletes that run very good are better to finish this test in the first places.
Right. Right. No. How is it? Do you have any questions, Eric, that you want to ask Lewis?
Yeah, well, I was wondering about the what it would take to get you to come to Miami to do the Ironman 70.3 Miami.
Yeah, it's
We'd love to have you.
I think it's in October or November. I guess.
It's October, third weekend of October. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one. Actually, I gotta confess, it's one of my dreams. I could schedule it for this year.
Oh, good. That would be good. That would be great.
Maybe if we can encourage him. How many tweets would it take if we were to get a tweet campaign going to convince you?
That would be fine for me.
You know that we're going to have the CEO of that event as part of our Fit Triathlon, Fit Triathlete panel next Tuesday night.
Okay.
For the seminar that we have going on.
Well, Lewis and Wilbur is Hispanic. The gentleman that's running the triathlon is Hispanic, and he's very active, right, Eric, in organizing events in Latin America.
His company actually puts on several triathlons throughout the year. The Miami 70.3 Ironman is the biggest one, but he has one in Las Olas coming up.
There's one up in
March.
St. Augustine too, I think, in North Florida. I think that's his, right?
That could be. Mm-hmm.
I think he has one there too. So now, how does it work? I'm kind of curious. When people go to the triathlon, some are very serious. They need to get qualifying times so that they can go to something like Kona. Is that correct? Like when they go to Cozumel, only the top 20 are eligible to go to Kona because of that, or how does that work?
I think it's the first two places for every age group for males and female. Just number one and number two, I think. Okay. Depending on the number of slots given in that particular Ironman. Is a number of people in the first places for every age group.
Okay. So if you finish first or second, you're guaranteed a spot at Kona, or
well, for Ironman 73, it's Kona is not the World Cup. For the Kona is just for the Ironman, the complete one. It's it's a double distance of 73. Right. So for every year the World Cup for Ironman 73, it's moving. So I think this year is gonna be at Canada. I don't remember, okay. But yeah, it's out. And for Ironman, the complete one, it's the same. Works the same. You gotta go to qualifying events and you gotta make the podium. I don't know. It's depending on the number of slots. You gotta be between 1 and 3rd place of your age group, and then you gotta claim your slot at Kona.
Well, since the theme of this event is triathlete fitness and health, have you suffered any serious injuries while training or running a triathlon?
Physical injuries per se, I haven't. Actually, I take care about myself a lot to prevent injuries because standing a lot of time on the OR and then going to training and then being injured, you can lose a lot of time during the recovery. But what I had, I told you I had these autonomies because of chronic fatigue syndrome that I think is like the top of the injuries for a sportsman.
Okay.
Being fatigued is I think is the top because you don't feel you don't have any physical harm. You
Right.
feel your body is okay, but mentally and physically you just feel tired. Every
Right.
day, every night. You don't even though you sleep all day, you don't feel recovered. Uh, and then, these autonomies I had, my clinical manifestations were intermittent episodes of amaurosis. So, it's like a little bit serious, because in this periods I was having episodes of bradycardia, and my clinical manifestation was getting blind in one of my eyes, for just a couple of minutes. But it's not sane, being like that.
I'm sure that's scary.
Oh yeah, yeah. The first time it happened to me, I told, well, okay, that's okay. But then these episodes were
More
coming,
frequent. More frequent. Yeah.
yeah, more frequently. And then so I went to the ophthalmologist, and he told me, well, you're okay, but I think this problem you had to be scheduled for that the neurologist and the cardiologist see if there's any other problem. So I had all the workout, all the clinical workout. I think even though I had to be a couple of days in the hospital in order to have all my studies ready.
Right.
At my residence program, my chairman told me that I had to be in rest because it was like kind of risky, performing surgeries and having these episodes that we didn't even know what the cause, and we didn't even know if it could happen during a surgery,
Right.
So,
Right.
so he gave me a couple. Uh-huh.
So we kind of told you to slow down a little bit.
Yeah. Finally, the results were that. No, I had these episodes of bradycardia that were giving me these clinical manifestations. So my cardiologist told me that I had to keep a little slower my rhythm during training because, well, right now my priority it's completing achieving my medical residence, right?
Right. Well, I won't keep you too long, Louis and Eric. Thank you very much, Louis, for coming on tonight, and we're going to see you Saturday for Neurosurgical TV.
Sure.
We're really making you work this week, but we appreciate you coming out and giving your insights into the world of a triathlete that's doing his neurosurgical training. And thanks for coming out, Eric. This is one of the series of pre-event hangouts prior to the main event on the 27th of January at 6 o'clock. You can see information about this event at fittriathlete.com. And Eric, any words on parting?
Yeah, I would just encourage everyone to register if they plan to attend the event live at the Mark Center in Doral, Florida, or if they plan to watch it on OrthoNow TV. We ask that you register so we have an idea who's going to be there, and we can include you in some of the drawings and things that we have going on.
Very good.
So registration's at fittriathlete.com, and it's completely free, and we're raising money for Special Olympics in the process.
That's a good cause. Well, okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. We're going off the air. Good night.
Thank you.